were investors investing in cases, underwriting cases that are going to be brought against governments in violation of these trade agreements. So if a government wants to, let's say, strengthen environmental laws, but it impedes a company's ability to make a profit.
So do you understand Bush? I mean, do you understand Obama being for this? Can you figure out for me, after all he's done and does aimed at security and peace and prosperity for the working people, however he might have been able to do it, why would he be for a legal situation that gives corporations more power than a national entity and gives nameless, faceless bureaucrats a hidden court the ability to fine and inhibit one nation's ability to participate in worldwide commerce, because that's their power in banking. They can ruin a nation if especially it has foreign debt, if its bonds are beyond what it can pay. And that's what they did to Greece. Greece and Haiti illustrate what capitalism really will do when it has the upper hand and you're afraid to kill them.
I can't explain it.
Well, we can explain it. You're afraid to kill them because if you kill them, you go to prison.
Kill who?
The people that are doing these fucked up things to us. These attorneys, these bankers.
Well,
because there's only one end game for that. If they have the power of the pen to destroy a nation and all you've got left is a gun or a knife, that's the only way to stop them. Because you don't have control of the banking. Well, the way to get the control of the banking, there's only 3 ways you become a king, right? Vision, usurpation, and heredity. Usurpation is you kill the other king, right? You don't have another choice. That's what the revolution in Russia was about. After the peasants for 100 years had suffered the end of independence that they got from the land. So then they started killing people. And they got a nation, and it was built on what? What was their currency about? Of course, you took everything and gave it to the state, and the state paid off of all these big guys with the biggest hats in elite access to everything that the people gave the state, and they took it.
Russell, I should be filming you because I'm just sitting here and you're the one doing all the talking. So why don't I film you as you...
We're at 3 minutes. What have I got to say for another 2 minutes? You asked me a question. Ask me a question. It's rolling.
Oh, I was trying to get closer,
Isn't it?
like you told me.
Yeah. Hear that airplane? I love it during the day. It's like, that's my favorite nuisance noise. It sounds like beauty to me because I know how beautiful it can be to be slow and low in an airplane over a gorgeous area. You know?
My favorite nuisance noise is a train.
I put myself inside that nuisance. A train. Yeah.
I like hearing the train.
I used to ride Amtrak every
or
month.
A church bell off in the distance, or a rooster.
Or a rooster.
Yes.
Oh,
and ideally
that's good.
I would live someplace where I could hear all 3.
You reacted to the old dinosaur, rooster.
I like the sound of a rooster.
Yeah, he wants hens to get up. Get up.
It's more because I only hear roosters.
A rooster wants
Mexico.
the hens to get up because he's got plans for them.
It actually reminds me of being in Mexico. That's why I like it.
Oh yeah. You hear my song about I don't want to go to Mexico?
I haven't listened to that one yet. It's coming up.
Yeah,
It's coming up.
That's one of my favorites.
I did like iPhone Life though.
Yeah, I like that one too. I put it on that playlist. I was looking for some blues that I played with Intendor number 17. I couldn't find it. It got moved. I had it laid out and ready to go into the machine. There's a machine I use to transfer the sound into a digital format from the tape. And I set things out and I have them just in mind where they are and they go from here to there. But everything gets moved because we live in such a... The house isn't really small enough. I read about these cute tiny homes and I go, yeah, right. What are you selling? Selling a cute tiny home. Everybody shows it from the outside. They don't show us living, living in it, because you can't live in it except for its bed, You go in there to sleep. Otherwise, you're going to have to do everything you really want to do outside.
That's okay.
Nancy Ice is gone, so I've gotten tired of trying to build my guitars outside. So I sneak in and I put all the parts together and I try and assemble them before she gets home.
Yeah, I saw it laid out on the kitchen counter.
I got to pull the back off of it. And I got to go back in there and move the output wire from the single pickup, instead of on the switch, back down to the pot, what they call a potentiometer, which changes the gain. It's louder and soft. And one of these things shows soldering it to the end wire, but I always thought you soldered to the one in the center. A lot of information that you have is specific to one particular bit of stuff. And you can do it one way or do it the other way, but you get better results doing it. I mean, something happened on this thing going to the switch. So I have to do it different to maybe make it work. Because I did it like they told me, and it didn't work.
That's the mistake you made.
Very well. It worked just a little bit.
Just close enough.
That's a guitar building thing I'm telling you about in this part of the segment. You still rolling?
I'm rolling. It's like maybe I should put you in touch with my guitar making friend.
It would
Chicago.
help.
There's also a guy who has a studio in Siler City who makes
But
guitar.
of course, I might not want to know him. I might want to figure it out myself.
Well then.
Because he might be a competitor.
Right. That's always possible.
He could, if he's friendly, if he's really my friend, then it would be worth it. But if he wants me to pay him to tell him, be told stuff, forget it. I can't do that. I got to do it myself.
I understand. I understand the DIY.
That's my problem with editing. I was learning something else. I learned the last way of editing on Sony convergence. And endpoints and outpoints for tape, and the tape machines, the way they were set up. When I learned that, but that swiftly went away. Now digital photography is wonderful because it's matured enough. But if I had an Adobe software program that cost about $3,000, I could really kind of intuitively do what I needed to do, because it works kind of like film, like real film, not like an engineer who never done it before made it.
Do you have software to play with?
I have software to make little cartoons, like I'll show you, of like 1.5 minutes, mobile friendly.
Do you use GIMP?
I use Boinks.
Is it open source?
No, it cost me $50.
That's not too bad. Because there's GIMP for photos and Inkscape.
Does that work with a Mac?
Yep.
A lot of things don't
They're
work.
all open source, free. I don't know.
Let's cut.